Having said this, I would want to ask one of us to give us the opening prayer. Then I will introduce our special guest in our midst to take us through our concept of branding. I can see the registered nutritionist Boatma Wade online. Boatma, if you can hear me, please can you give us the opening prayer?
Yes, please. Shall we pray? Our Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for today. We thank you for the opportunity to study. I pray that you will speak to us and teach us how to build a solid brand. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you for doing us the honors by praying. Our special guest for this afternoon is Mr. Bernard Kelvin Clyde. I don't know whether he is doctor now. Please, if you are a doctor now, kindly pardon me. Bernard is a best-selling author, public speaker, and corporate trainer. He is Africa's leading personal branding authority, and he has published over 50 books. When I saw this, I said, wow, 50 books. Additionally, with 20 children's books and animation for children education. As a speaker and trainer, he is known for breaking down complex ideas about branding and life and presenting them to audiences in simple, actionable steps. He has over a decade experience in digital publishing and has consulted and trained thousands of entrepreneurs, pastors, and people like us to write books and build brands worldwide. His branding books have been named by bookauthority.org as among the 100 best personal branding ebooks of all times. Bernard works as a brand strategist at BKC Consulting and hosts the monthly branding and publishing masterclass at Central University, Ghana. He serves as a lecturer, married to Cynthia Clyde, and they are blessed with 3 wonderful children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to moderate today's session and also introduce to you our speaker, Mr. Bernard Kelvin Clyde. Bernard, please, if you can hear me, over.
Thank you very much, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share some things with us regarding our brands and our businesses. I'm honored.
Great. Yes, that's your introduction song.
Okay, can we get started?
Sure, you can go ahead.
Okay. So we are looking at the concept of branding or personal branding as pertains to us nutritionists and dietitians. And I want to begin by walking us through a number of things. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, it's clear. We can see it.
Okay, so we're going to go through a number of things in the next hour plus. Are we going to have questions after it, or it's going to be interlaced that at a point in time I can pause and ask questions? Which format are we using?
Usually we do it after, but if your presentation framework demands that we do it intermittently, you are allowed to go ahead.
Okay, so that's fine. Maybe you can combine both or whatever. So, sure. All right, so let's get started. Let me turn this up so that I can do quite fine. So my name is Bernard Kelvin Clive, as you mentioned, author, speaker, trainer primarily, and that's what I've been doing for all these years. I call myself an authority because I write books, and the word author is from the root word authority. So I'm an author who inspires people and to transform their life to yield results ITY. So here's some of my books. And I have this book for you. Most of the things I'm going to talk about will be in this book. So after the presentation, I'll share this in the comments. You can get a copy online, the ebook for a token. Just click and download from seller.com so you can get a copy. It's important to have a material after such trainings like this. So I'll put in the comment section so you can just click and purchase digitally. All right, so we're looking at building a strong personal brand. And all of us have an idea what a personal brand is or is not. One name come to mind. The visual says what people say behind you when you're not in the room. This is the perception, is a image. We all have an idea of what a brand is, and so we're going to break it down to what personal brand is, how to build a strong. What I want to use the word authentic brands as nutritionists and as dietitians, especially in this part of our world. So personal branding for dietitians or nutritionists. I may use the word interchangeably, but you know typically what it's for both of us. Now, I want us to take it gradually, build a framework, and for us to understand why we're doing this for ourselves, and especially being in Ghana and Africa, the need to have a personal brand, and especially as dietitians or as nutritionists, and why. So let's go a little bit back. So I define personal branding as the combination of one's skills and talents produce value for people that creates an impression, a perception, and reputation in the mind of others. So combination of one's skills and talent to produce value. So the thing that you need to know is that firstly, talent is raw, is we are gifted or we are born with the talents to do certain things with ease and a certain level of efficiency and effectiveness. That is talent. We didn't beg for it, we didn't do anything for it, it was talent. But skill is something we acquire, we learn. So I say that every skill is learnable. So though we have talent, we go to school, we take some courses and training to get skills, so that when you add a skill to your raw talent, you can produce better value for people. So we are building up. So you take maybe somebody naturally have the gifted with just mixing ingredients and food and just cooking. It comes to them naturally. They are good cooks. Once they see or they just everything has come easily. However, they need to learn the skill of food preparations and few things, ethics around food, so that when they prepare the food and present it well, it looks good, it makes it meets the needs. Then we all know that even when you prepare food and even the kind of uh dish you put the food in will even give different taste and appeal and all that. So that's why we add skill to our natural, our raw talent. So some of you or some of us are talkatives, and let me use the word quote unquote. So you think you talk too much, but that is just a gift that you need to repackage to become maybe a communication expert, a PR person, a journalist, a media person, and a speaker. So we repackage that using skills. Then when we use the skill to package our craft well, we can then it becomes an impression to people. Okay, we know him that this Timothy is a good cook or her wache is nice. Kwasawa is a good caterer. So we know them by the value they create for people. And with a while, it becomes a perception and then reputation. They are damn good at what they do. So that is a nutshell or definition of what a personal brand is and how a personal brand is built. We're going to deeper ways to get it done. But once we understand this, we are good to go. So in a nutshell, Personal brand is how you distinctively market your uniqueness. All of us are unique in one way or the other by virtue of our talents and our giftings. And it's how you and I will package that distinctively and present it to the market or the audience. That becomes our brand. That becomes what they know us for, what they can hire us for, what they can recommend us for. So that is a personal brand, how people perceive you and how they will receive you based on the value you bring to the marketplace and based on the perception they have about you. Okay, we know him or her to be this and that. Now, once we are done with that, we are good to go. Now let's go a little bit back and let's look at the role of a dietitian. We are wondering why there's the role of dietitian. We are using this to build a case why we need to get our brand as dietitians and nutritionists. The role of a dietitian, I outlined a few things here. Like you are more than just meal planners. So people do that. So dietitian, they plan a meal for us. So let us know if you need to eat banku in the morning, or mutu in the afternoon, and something. So, but you are more than that. You know more. But you help individuals with their health goals based on the kind of food they should eat or not eat. So you help people to develop personalized nutrition plans, okay, based on maybe the person's eat and the person's even genotype and all of that. You plan meals for them, and that you also educate clients on healthy eating habits. Now, men developing pot bellies after a certain young age and all that, and people. So your goal is to help people with that so that they develop better eating habits based on their health needs and all that. Then provide guidance on managing specific health conditions through diet. So these are, in summary, some of the roles, duties of a nutritionist or dietitian. Now, as we move on, let's look at a misconception about dietitians or nutritionists. I asked around a few questions and how people perceive you in general. And I'm going to throw in a few things. All this is necessary to help us shape as we seek to build our brands and our personal brands. Let's follow this closely. So, one, people think that dietitians restrict what you can eat. Hey, once you say I'm on a diet or I'm going to get on diet, it means hey, don't let me eat some food. I can't eat my banku again. I can't. So that is the myth that dietitians, when you talk to a dietitian, they'll just restrict what I should. They'll not just let me eat anything I want. But in reality, you help find healthy and enjoyable ways to achieve goals. So maybe they enjoy certain food, but you're going to give them better alternative or ways they can still eat and still enjoy their meal, but not going to make it a pain to them. So a number of Ghanaians think that you people make eating a pain to them, so they don't want to consult you. Take note of this misconception so that when you're about their brand, you know what to tell the audience and what to tell the market. That's why I'm taking my time to go through this. Now, dietitians are expensive. Hey, I can't afford this for only the rich people, the affluents. We can't afford a dietitian. No, I don't think there's a need because I can't afford. But it's good. Assessing a dietitian can save you your life. I mean, because it's more cost effective when they guide you to choose particular meal plan, particular food, and all that. It's going to rather in long term save you than you trying to try and error yourself and thinking you don't want to invest in paying for a service of a specialist. Now, that make people have concern you, dietitians and nutrition, that they only work with the sick. And that is large percentage of Ghanaians believe that, dietitian, there's a course that then they tell you once, especially people are diabetic or people are whatever, then they put you on a diet. So dietitian, that's the only major area people associate your profession with, that mostly is for the sick or those who need certain things or those who have undergone certain medical changes or challenges, and they're a dietitian. But in effect, it's for everyone, all of us, to have a healthy lifestyle regardless of illness or any health condition, but totality. So as you're listening to me now, take note of the misconception the public have all the years about your profession, and how then as we seek to build our brand, we go back and recorrect this myth. Because if the audience hold this so much in their heart, in their mind, it becomes quite challenging even when you build a brand, to assess them. That's why I took my time to go through these things. So we know, what do they think about us? What are they saying about us? Generally, without them knowing, because we are not so much known well in good lights. So it's about time after this, we go out, position ourselves properly to be assessed. They have a better perception and understand about who we are, what we do, and how we can help them. And then when we are building our brand, or when we build our brand, it becomes easier to reach them. Now, why did one hire a dietitian? Why? Okay, it's become easier to have a personalized nutrition plan for weight management, for athletic performance, specific health condition. So diabetic have people have heart diseases, kidney diseases, or their special allergies and all that. You help them get this. So if anybody have any of these kind of things, so now I'm even using this to help you to help develop your what they call marketing plans. Okay, those with certain conditions, those certain needs, and you help them do this. Now, we need to hire you people because to help manage allergies and intolerances. So people, okay, the entire family line, the genes, they are intolerant to X, Y, Z, or they're allergic to this kind of thing. So you people help them have healthy meals around the thing they need to pick around so that these allergies will not just harm them or cause them not to enjoy their life or their food. And you support in developing healthy eating habits for families and children to address all these things. Once you know, like a particular family has certain traits, and it affects maybe their weight, their health, of their lifestyle, then can plan effectively for them the kind of food they need to take or what they need to take and how they need to take effectively. Then you become the expert to also help them navigate around food. Okay, trying, oh, this food is not good. This, what about the thing of food is all about, or this food for this person? Educate them around all these things to get their mind clarified. Now, knowing all these things, now we know what the public hold about us, bad light, which is not good. We know our roles and especially why. See, the thing is that if you don't know why people should need you, it becomes difficult for them to need you or to access you. So we constantly need to let them know why they need us. Now, with that said, we are looking at then how do I build a brand as a nutritionist or as a dietitian? The first thing you need to do is to what I call finding your niche or finding so in the area of dietitian, there are a number of areas. And let me emphasize that most Ghanaians only know about clinical dietitians. I mean, those are the hospitals. Hospital and that's the only way majority of locals know that where we can access a dietitian. But there are so many experts. We have pediatric dietitian who specialize for things for kids or children. It's an expert area. We have sports dietitian, guidance for athletes to optimize their health or recovery. No, sports, that's a specific area, specific niche. With all these years, I've not really encountered somebody who says, I'm a sports dietitian. They say, I'm just a dietitian. So after this training, you don't go out there and tell somebody you're a dietitian as a mass, you're not mass selling to people. You are going to find out which specific people do you want to serve. Do you want to focus on becoming a pediatric dietitian or sports or weight management? Okay, those who want to lose weight or those who want to gain weight. Those are health conditions. So weight management dietitian, family dietitian, you want to focus on family. Are you going to focus on family to offer guidance for families and establish healthy eating styles to help them grow or for those who are malnourished to get them properly nourished? They think, oh, it's a case because all our family, we are all slim. No matter what we eat, still, yeah, they are genetic things, but you know what to help them even when they want to gain a little weight. So you focus on family as a family dietitian. This is what you need to help them because you know their family history, you know their past, you know their present, you know settling their future because you are informed about their present condition. Then you can offer them healthy eating recipe plans for them. So that will be your focus. Then aged dietitian, those for the aged. Okay, now I want to focus as a dietitian for only those the 60 plus. Okay, retirees and all that, so for pensioners, I want to focus because there are no proper plan for them. The only way they can get a few suggestions on their eating habit is only when they go to the hospital. So yeah, that is all. But if it's your specialty area, there are a number of things you can do. Maybe now I want to partner with an institution like maybe SNED or maybe every president, so that when people are nearing their 55th years, we start advising them, coaching them, and training them on what they need to eat after 50, after 55. So that's your area of specialty. So these are specific areas all of us on the call now need to focus. We don't go out there to do everything. You lose market, you lose value, and you can't even do it well. And another misconception people have about us is that like your job is not, we don't see so much value in it. You just give us the meal plan this, we don't see so much care and love, and that part is missing in terms of our work in building our brand. So these are things to recorrect. So clinical dietitian, this is the whole story one that we all know that hospital would have conditions emphasis. But now we realize that there are so many areas that we can master as dietitian. So we don't go out after this training that I'm a dietitian. Which area? Okay, I'm only focus on kids. I'm only focused on those allergies. I know. Let me share this story. So there was a friend who had a lot of conditions. Anytime he eats a particular food, so when he went to the hospital, they recommended a number of drugs or medicine for him. Every time he takes, so maybe if he takes as much as he love, let me example, he love watermelon. Anytime you take watermelon, you need to run a lot. So they will give him a medicine to hold, even to hold, so that he doesn't mess himself up. But when he saw a specific dietitian based on some tests, recommendation was made that, okay, if you want to take watermelon, for example, take this first, with not drug, not medicine, or take it in addition with the seed, or don't eat the seed. Just a little guidance that save the person a lot of, cost in terms of buying drugs and medicine every time you want to take some particular meal. I'm just using watermelon as an example. So that's the point, that you need to know your field so well that, okay, you are going to even help them save on their money, on their health lifestyle, by knowing that, okay, this is not everything that required medicine. Sometimes it's just a diet change. And that is your area that you need to master, so that when you tell people based on those you helped in the past and those you are likely desire to help, people, they will believe and trust you. That's what will build your trust level. So these are areas, as you watch, as you listen, you need to pay attention that after this, I really want to master, become an expert in this kind of area of nutritionist or dietitian. Now, knowing this, how do you build an expert in that particular niche? So now we know the second phase is now once that you pick, okay, I want to become a sports dietitian. Second phase, continuous learning. What are the books? What are the resources? Who are the other experts already in that field that I can learn from? I need mentorship, I need coaching. So I seek advanced knowledge. I learn. Are there some certification I need to take in addition to become a sports dietitian? I need an extra level of certificate I need to take to become a family, what do you call it, dietitian. You need to find all these things, then go to that level to endorse your area of expertise. You don't just sit and choose, okay, I just want to become pediatric dietitian or nutrition, then that is it. No, there should be something to prove, the level of study, the level of certification, where is it required, or you invest time and energy in that field to master the ins and outs, the plus and minus, so that when you counsel people, you advise them, you give them a meal plan where they're going to work, at least you know that 90% of your consultation advice or recommendation will work effectively because you mastered your field. So in building your brand, you need to master a field. That's the emphasis I'm making. You need to master a field. Continuous learning, education, to master that. So that in the next year or two, when we need specific person who going to take charge of the age or in their health, in terms of as a dietitian, nutrition, it should be you. And that's what you need to become. And that's in that way your brand will be solidified because they can map an area of need with you. They know they can find you, they can recommend you, they can hire you. But if you just become just a general dietitian, a general nutritionist, it's quite easy for people to assess you. And even with all these things, when you niche down, okay, I know I want to also reach out to maybe nursing mothers only, because at that phase, the kind of food they need to eat. So expectant moms, what they need to eat during pregnancy, what they need to eat when the baby is born, all these things, that's the area of expertise. So you visit a lot of what they call maternity centers and home, be talking to them, getting, these are areas you want to master in the next 2-3 years. Then you work with such, they'll become your sample market of people you want to help. Then so that you use it to build your brand. Are we good to go? Now, knowing all these things, now you come now define your why, define your audience. So who do I want to serve? Now that I'm a sports dietitian, who I want to, okay, in Ghana, I can start up all the major sports club. Okay, if I can't pitch all of them at the same time, let me pitch one. Let me pitch Kotoko. Let me pitch maybe Hazardous. Let me start with some small way and then help the sports. Those who want to go to sport, the kind of food they need to eat, whatever, to help them effectively to stay on track. Then you do that. So you know your audience, you know the people, the market already. You do your market research analysis that, okay, even if the sports, there are so many people I can even serve. Even athletes, there are so many people. So you define the audience based on your area of expertise. So you identify a group of people who you want to serve with your expertise and research in that area. So what are their pain points? What is really worrying them? What are their challenges? Maybe related to food. Okay, sport people, maybe they love meat a lot, but it will have an effect on them. So once you know these situations, you find ways then to help them. Okay, in moving forward, I'm going to help them as a sports dietitian, nutritionist with X, Y, Z, because I know these are the challenges they've been facing all these years, and I want to help them overcome all these things. So that will become your role, that will become your goal as a sport dietitian. So find their pain point. When you find their pain point, that's what they are struggling with, can then come out is a solution, a specific targeted solution for them. Not wholesale, not things for the masses, for everybody. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't show you are an expert, no. But it shows them specifically, even when you feel that, okay, this is for you, know how to address their needs. And you come, okay, how can you service those challenges they are currently facing to improve? So we might pick 1 or 2 outlets. Okay, we realize that after every sprint they have new issues. Okay, we realize that, okay, it wasn't just the training they were having, but because they've been eating this or they've been drinking this kind of water or this. If you do all this research, then you come up with specific solutions. Okay, advise them, okay, in the 3 months before you take on any race, don't eat A, B, or because of your blood group, eat XYZ. No, you need to master your food. You know their problems. You come up with a tailor-made solution for them. And that's when the result will speak for itself. And you know that you are the person they need to really consult for in terms of their needs. So after I say that, you don't just be everywhere. Be everywhere that your clients are, where you matter most. So you don't go out there as a general dietitian, a general nutritionist. There's a place for that. But in building a brand, you find that specific area that if you have expertise in all this, start with one specific area, the clinical or pediatrician or sports or weight management. Pick an area. Now, maybe you can area, you realize that, okay, ladies in their 30s now want to look slim fit without taking quote unquote green tea or some tea they say is going to make them lose weight. I hope you understand my drift. But it's based on specific diets, specific lifestyle habits that you can then help them. So your solution will be, wow, when they consult you, you advise them and you're going to work with them almost 100% all times. And then that's where your expert status as a brand come to play. So you know your audience, and you know how to meet their needs. This looks yummy and delicious, but it's not going to be for everyone. So not everyone will love this. And maybe those who weight management challenges. Okay, someone say anytime I drink water, but I'm just putting on weight. Might not be the water, might be maybe you're not exercise or the kind of meals you eat after or the kind of meals you eat days before. So you advise them, okay, you can still take this, but anytime you are taking this, make sure you take off the mayonnaise, or you take one that this, or if it's bread, don't take that. I mean, that is how I want us to position ourselves. You come out your made solution to your audience, and you wow them, and you go to solve their needs. That's when you say your brand is being good. Now, knowing that, how do you start building your portfolio expertise, and so that your audience, when they need you, they say, wow, let's get this person. Let's look at a number of ways. One, start with free consultation. Once you know the problem, you know their needs, you know their pain points, and you've researched, you've learned, know solutions to them, offer them. So maybe you can start whether online. We'll talk about online strategy and all that in person. So you ask a group of your friends, okay, if you know anybody who is allergic to ABC, let me know. I'll be glad to assist them. Okay, I know as soon as their family is allergic to ABC. Okay, then if you're allergic to it, just come for consultation. You tell them, okay, you ask them based on their history. You ask them, you are the expert. You ask them specific questions and help solve that particular problem for them. So they'll become your first case study, result study. So if it's for the next 3 months, you listen. We don't go out trying to market ourselves as expert nutrition right after this. No, we take time to build our portfolio, our audience base, our feedback, so that we can realize, okay, I help Asomesi, I help ABC family. So they will be a proven track record, because if people can trust you, that will be the area they can trust. Then they can then recommend. So you start by most of these things I call in the law of branding what I call the seed time. Do a number of free stuff, free consultation. You get feedback. Your clients get improvement. They get progress. Let them give you video feedback, recommendation reviews. These are ways you are sampling to build your brand. So we are not all out there yet. So we are working on ourselves. What I keep saying most that you take time to labor in obscurity. Our brand doesn't need to start on Facebook and social media. We'll come to that, but take time to capacity as an expert nutritionist, a dietitian. Build that capacity so that when you come out, you're consulting, like giving advice, working 100%, almost, or 80%, 90%, success rates. And that is what people need. So you develop sample meal plans. Okay, for all those diabetic, I have special meal plan for not general diabetic, but diabetic who are in blood A, Y, Z. Because you've done your study. So if your parents or anybody in diabetic in your 40s and your blood, send me a message or let me know. I have a meal plan, free meal plan for you to try. When they try and work out, let them give you testimonials results. You are using this to build your portfolio as an expert in that area. Then the next level is, then we start on some workshops. Okay, we go to communities. Like the one example I gave, so you want to be focused on maybe meeting the needs of expectant moms or then you start meeting them in their community places, and you need to talk to them, or you go to churches and programs, you talk to them. You organize free workshops online. We call it webinars. So people, you share your expertise, the area. People say, wow, this person is great. The advice is great. I'm going to try that. They try it, it's work for them. They give you feedback. So you are using all these to build your audience base and get a stamp of trust, and able to use these testimonials of feedback, sell, then market yourself well. So these things need to take time to do it. Once you do all these things, always remember that without differentiation, you have no brand. That's why we are picking niche to differentiate ourselves from the other dietitians or nutritionists as a brand. Once you do that, you know that this key area that you really want to master. Then crafting your brand identity. Now, this is where most of you start, or you want to do your logo, you want to do this, after doing all the background work, working on expertise, going yourself on your audience, then you can come then build your brand identity. Look at your logo, your color schemes, for these things. When you hire a right expert, and because they're also an expert, they can ask you a few questions, and we can get this done for you. Then you come with your business card, your marketing material. You want to do a brochure, you want to do flyers, you want to do all this. That's where your brand visuals come in. For the brand identity stuff, or to set yourself differently. If you want to use your personal brand of business, this is where you do all those things, because now you work on yourself. You want to add the visual aspect to it. Then you do all that needed, the visual. Once that is done, then we move on to the next phase. That is establishing your digital presence. Again, that's where you also go out there. I will say that an undiscovered genius has no value in the marketplace. This is to say that now that you work yourself over the years to master your craft, people need to know you. They need to know you. You need to create awareness, the first stage of the brand awareness. So you go to social media, go to offline events, so that they need to see you, they need to hear you, they need to experience you, because you cannot hear, they will not be able to hire you. So we do our digital brand presence, and there's a number of things we want to do from social media. One of the platforms I highly recommend after this, let's go and make sure that our LinkedIn profile is solid. The headline is maybe sports nutritionist, okay, or whatever. I mean, in our headlines, the expert area should be online in that area. Also, our IG, our Facebook, make sure our profile is more consistent, crafted well to get attention of, okay, I help diabetic with exceptional food plan to enjoy their meals while eating. People love that. See, I already crafted for you already. So you let them know who you are, who you want to help, and then how you help them with. So all that will be part of your bio on all this digital platform. You look at social media. Then it can mean some of us may need a website or a blog, because that's where we will be sharing content. And so we talk about certain things and that people will need. People may need maybe if I'm into sports, nutritionist or sports that you can start sharing why athletes need certain things, or why every athlete needs to avoid sugar. Okay, you start educating the public around us. So you want to blog about that. So even when you talk about even the country or Ghana, or maybe a particular, when you want a blog or content, someone who really talk so much about this aspect of dietitian nutrition, it's going to be you. So they'll find you using your blog. So some of us, we need a blog post in addition to our website. So it's important to have a website or blog, and then you have an offer. So if it's a website or blog or a landing page, what they call a lead page, when people search for, okay, as soon as see the sports dietitian, when they go to your website, they ask, oh, free resource, free meal plan for those suffering from this. It can download from the website or the other channels. Now, let me let you know this. As much as you're building a brand, I keep saying this, going social media is important, have a website and all that. You can plan all this strategy around that, but let's not go put all our hopes on the social media platforms. I see that you don't build permanent structures on rental plots. All the digital platforms are not yours. The one which is likely to have, you have almost 90% trust is your website. Because when you wake up the next month, tomorrow, and they say you can't access Facebook, what would you do? You will look at your mommy or daddy. Nobody will even respond to you. But if it's a website, the likely to restore your website is easy. And you have the mailing list, people who can have access to. You can engage with people via email. So all these strategies are good. We need to have all of them together: website, the blog, and use our social media platforms to share. Then content strategy. Now that you're going online, you don't just go because you want to do anything, you want to talk about anything. No. So if I'm a expert or pediatrician, dietitian, nutritionist, means henceforth, all 90% of the content I'm going to share should be around that theme. I'll talk about that, the need, I'll talk about problems, solution, so that people can then map my content with who I am as an expert. You can't say you're a sport dietitian or family dietitian, then every day in your digital platform, you are talking about shoes, you're talking about some things, you're talking about, Ghanaian movies, you're talking about things that are not really related to your field. Occasionally, all these things can be cheap, but if you become 80% of your content, it means expertise is not right. If you're an expert in the subject, really, let us see in your content, let's see in your visuals, let us see in your what you share most of the time. That's how good help to build trust who you are. Because when you say you are whatever expert in particular field, when people Google you, and they can't find you, the trust is losing. But when they find you, they have this, what is you? You have so many companies around the subject. Wow, okay, this is a guy we need, or this is a lady we need. Look at what she's telling people on IG. Every day when you go to TikTok, she's educating people about, eating healthy and talking about, okay, she's the right person. But when you go to TikTok and you are joining entertainments, using music and dancing and making people laugh. No. That is not a person I want to trust my health or my life. Health is more serious. You can have some little fun, but if it's 90% of what you are talking about, initially, this guy or this person, say they are expert by Obua. So content, everything, every bite of content you show online either go to bite you, okay, or build you. So let's be strategic about what we share while going on digital platform. Very strategic after here. If you want to build experts in specific area of nutrition and dietitian, we need to start talking. It's when you talk that we get to know you are worth your salt. When you show us video, when you show us okay before and after. This family were almost obese, but going through my weight management consultancy services for the past 6 months, they've been able to reduce by so and so pounds. Wow, this is the person I need. This is the person. But you just go and just talk that hire me, nobody will hire you. But your content will be talking over time. Your testimonials, all these things. So all this will form part of your content strategy online. Developed. You're going to post once a week, once every other month, every week you do a webinar, everything, so that you are really the expert. Because if your content, things around doesn't show you an expert, the trust is broken. This person, you don't really, he says is this, but Charlie, we know they sit up. But when we see your visuals, we see your videos, we see testimonials, we see images, we see you, we share things, the trust level is so high. And remember to always give value. Like I said, you are solving the problem for them, you are meeting their need, doing some one-on-one, whatever you can, make sure that you are doing all these things to help your audience or help the markets. Make sure you are helping somebody, you are helping them properly. Now let's move on. So what do you do? Now we've talked about our digital presence, what we need to do online. Now offline or in-person activities, what we need to do. The number of things I've mentioned some of them already. Someone, you attend industrial, bank meetings. So if they are health professionals, there's an AGM, need to be there. If they are some health related, even if it's not from your own network organization, you attend some of these trade shows and be there, present yourself, show that you are there to offer solution for people. That's what we need to be there, because it's the network that's going to help expand what you're doing. So be there, show up. You can't just only be in your room. Show up at the communities, help them. Okay, Mepe has got a flood. People are suffering. The kids are minority. Show up there. Let them know. Okay, now in this situation, this is only food available. So eat A, B, C, D. When you're eating your content, add garlic to it. Or others. Show them. Show up. Offer them solutions. Okay, it's working for us. Is it working? Come out. Okay, working for us. Pick testimonials. You go back to online. So offline, engage with people. You engage with them and share your expertise, solve their problem. Now speak at workshops or events. So sometimes the event might not be about. So maybe I'm having a personal branding workshop, or I'm having an event for authors and writers. Secondly, everybody, your work you do is so special. Everybody generally needs some help or good plan. You show up, okay, BKZ, would it be okay to speak 5 minutes around regarding health to your audience, especially on this? Why not? So when you ask, you are likely to get a number of years or some of these free events where the audience are the audience that you need. Okay, there's an upcoming sports festival. Wow, okay, I see. Can I see talk to the host or some of the sport? I want to talk to them about sports. Still healthy as athletes. You share some of these things, they get to know you. You can't just sit in your room or online and think people have access to you. There are offline networking things you need to do. Then you also be organizing the events or workshop yourself. So the first one is you are attending other people's, you're asking permission to speak or share expertise, we are solving their problems more community. Then second layer is you start organizing some of this yourself. First, mostly I said it will be free before you move on to the paid service area. Then you can get them. In doing this, you'll be building trust among the market, trust among the audience. So they will need your service. I think this guy I've seen the number of times or number of places and been helping people. So I want to know. And in all this, don't forget what I keep emphasizing: gather testimonial, gather feedback, the positive feedback that are helping the client who have been satisfied about your work, and on your website, on social media, on your blog, on your comments, share them. Maybe show them, okay, how you help this family and how them, I mean, all of them, you need to get their content in with. But if people give you video testimonials and review, share, that build trust faster and easier and better. And when you do all these things, you realize that your brand is not just of mind. When you're thinking of somebody they need in this area, it's you. You're thinking of somebody they need in this specialized area, it's going to be you. When you put all these together, it means you are growing and building that strong brand that people, that the market, that the audience will need. And that is going to be good for your brand. And don't forget to always provide excellent service. We don't say one thing and when they hire you or they even, though it might even be free, the fact that you're doing something free doesn't mean it should be cheap and it should be just anyhow. Always give your best. Take every gig as your all. Take every gig, whether free, paid, pro bono, whatever. Give your all. You have no idea who will be watching, who will be listening, who may recommend you, who will be in the audience, who hire you. Have no idea. So let's not lower our standard because the person is offering it for free or the fee is not worth. We have no idea. And also by virtue of our ethics or professional ethics, let's give our best. Let's stick to it. If you didn't cut corners, or if you're doing something for somebody not working, we don't come to the public and deceive people. No, let's build trust, so we can trust you. Remember that trust is the currency for riches in this age. If you can be trusted, you have business. If you can be trusted, you have a brand. If you can be trusted, you are losing all these things. So let's build trust by being honest in all the things. This is how you and I can build that strong brand. And like I said, be connecting with your audience. And the last thing, in doing all these things, make sure that you are reachable. Sometimes you do all this online, when they call you, you cannot have access. In WhatsApp, you cannot reach. When you can't be reached, you are losing business as well. If you've done all these things and build your brand to this level, make sure your hotline is hotline. When they send you email, reply, respond. Message, respond. Don't be too busy to respond even to unknown people. You have no idea again who will be watching, who will be trying to test you. And when you do this, I believe your brand is going to soar well. I'm going to end here and you can ask your questions. Thank you very much. Let's have your questions, specific tailored questions, and I can give you tailor-made solutions to help our brands to build solid, authentic brand as dietitians and nutritionists. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bernard. That is very awesome. Great and insightful presentation. I didn't even realize we had made 1 hour already. Yeah, the discussion was very, very engaging and interesting. Thank you so much. I've made a lot of notes, but before I go into the chat box or allow people to ask questions, what do you do with the with negative feedbacks on your data platforms?
Okay, so feedbacks are ways brands can look back. So feedback doesn't mean all will be positive. When we receive negative feedback, we reassess it again. Something, whether it's really an honest negative feedback or they just want to defame you. When we can read between the lines and realize, okay, there's an honest feedback, we best is respond to them politely. Don't go and defend. But, oh, I'm very sorry about this happening to this, or because I'm very sorry about that. Kindly send me a message, DM me, let me help you resolve this quickly. Sometimes when you do this calmly on a good sign, they might even pull down the negative comments. So we should be quick to respond, or respond in a calm, compassionate manner. That will win the hearts of people more than trying to be defensive. That doesn't work in any way at all. So that's how we need to address negative feedbacks.
All right. Thank you. Because sometimes you go to your data place, you see people giving thumbs down and people giving thumbs up, and you don't know whether I should remove it. All right. So this is from Miss Kunkuri. Thank you for this insightful presentation. And one from RD Collins, a free year. He says, the discussion is very insightful. Thank you to the presenter and the team. Okay. All right. So please, you can put your questions in the chat box, or you can raise your hand and I can call you to ask your question. Okay, so our speaker has put the link to the book he spoke about in the chat box, so you can copy it and visit the place and pay the token and download the book. Any question, please? I will put in the attendance list very soon, so kindly be attentive to the chat box so you can fill the attendance sheet. All right. Please, anyone? I can't see any hand up now. Let me put in the attendance for bars. I wait for the questions. Annie Safo, do you have any question?
Yeah, Mr. Bain, Reverend Bain.
Yes.
Good afternoon, right?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah. Okay, there was something on my mind. So now people usually say that there is a need for collaboration and on the social media. And there are actually times that the people they are collaborating with are not necessarily doing exactly what they are doing. So is this something that you would recommend, or it should be somebody who is doing something similar? So an example is someone who is into cosmetics or cosmetic products collaborating with, let's say, a dietitian to talk about skincare. And sometimes they do this just to increase their audience. If you're doing something like this, would you advise that the dietitian puts it on the page or on his or her page because the person is doing something like that? Or aside that, what kind of collaboration do we actually have to look out for? Do you recommend that we actually do to help build our brand? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bernard, please, you can take it.
Okay, so collaboration is good and in every aspect. And there are few things that we need to take note of. The intention of the person we are collaborating with. Sometimes some people just want to take advantage of us or vice versa. So one of the things we need to do in all the let's ensure that we understand why we want to collaborate or who we are collaborating with. Some audience may hurt our brand, some may also enhance our brand. So we need to do deep assessment. Okay, so what will a group of people who love makeups benefit from me as a pediatrician, what do you call it, dietitian? You also need to ask, okay, perhaps all of them may have kids. I get the point. Perhaps most of them may have kids. Then you need to go there. You are going there to share your expert knowledge so that even though they are not directly fit for your audience, one or two of them will benefit from, okay, wow, one or two have kids. This lady, the last time she was on, I shared about these things for kids. I think that is good. So it might not be a direct fit, but sometimes it will help your brand. They are the ones who that they are direct fit, win-win for both parties. we are all looking for ways to leverage our brands for good. So even if the person, the other provider is not so well, when you offer very, very good value, you at worst always get 1% or 1 or 2 people contacting you because you delivered on purpose, not because you are there to sell your product or service. So take note that we don't go with the aim of selling products and services, but to go to serve the audience which are not our fit. We don't sell to audience who are not our direct. We educate them, we enlighten them, then they come back and ask, what do you have? But if you are direct with, audience, it's easy when we are collaborating to always tell to them and easier. So we need to just weigh the pros and cons and then go for it. Because some audience can also really help our brand. Some of them also can hurt our brand. Are we good to go?
Sure.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Any other question? Any other question, please?
Okay, I think someone put something in the chat.
Okay.
Maybe can I check?
All right. There's a question. There's an inquiry. Where can we get some of the solid your hard copy books to buy?
Okay. So for now, it's online. Booknook.store. But for now, you can just contact Reverend Bedu. I'll get access to you wherever you have it. So I think they make that easier for now.
Thank you. And so this is from Dr. Steiner-Asiedu. Thank you for your presentation. Do you always need a social media presence to remain competitive, especially if you are in education and not in clinical practice? Thank you.
Okay, so in this particular age, it's necessary to have a social media presence. In that there are certain people who won't have access to you without the platforms. So they can easily have access to you when you are on the platform. So when you have a digital presence, let me give you an example. When we all move to, or when you go to a new place, assuming I move to somewhere at maybe Kumasi, Aidiasi, and I need maybe, pharmacies around Aidiasi, we all use Google, okay? Or baby shops at Aidiasi. We will use Google to find out. So when people say, pediatricians or nutritionists in Takrade, it's easy for them to find you because those who are online, they are the people who have access to them right away. They already know. Their friends might no idea where it's. They might not even know who a nutritionist is. But when they Google bring them some information. Okay, they can have they see the page, they can call, they can engage the person. So it will bring you some leads and eventually bring you some gigs. So it's important to have a digital presence. Unless what we are doing is not really what do you call it? But in terms of what we are doing as per what about as a nutritionists and pediatricians, and even in education, even for education, let me put it, Doc, for education, it's a must because you are educating people whether virtual or in person. When they need to find content around what you the educator has been sharing, and when I find a presence, okay, somebody who's been educating me all these years, it become easier. Let me throw in this thing. About 10 years ago on my podcast, I interviewed a blogger, a YouTube blogger, who a university employed as a lecturer. Take note, in US, this blogger had no PhD. He had no masters. His content on YouTube with so many subscribers and feedback got a university to hire him. So it was just his content. He was educating people online. His biology blog is there. It's called Leslie Samuel. You can Google him, you can check him out to prove the point. It's there. Because all these years he's been educating people basic on biology, this, and that alone gave him access. Now he speaks on so many tech platforms and so many platforms just by YouTube blog videos educating people. So in the education field is a great fit for you and I to be there and to help people virtually.
Okay, great. So Dr. Steiner-Asiedu, I'll be looking forward to your blog. very soon. Yes. And to add to it, I think I've been seeing your homegrown broiler campaign on social media. It's also very good, knowing that a professor of dietetics is rearing chicken by herself, treating them and selling them. I think it gives credibility. So I think adding the education bit to it would be great.
Awesome. I think that's so good. I think that's so good. Once a professor, a doctor doing that, Charlie, the trust is already there. I want to buy some today, even now. You see, so it helps.
Yes. So there is a question here from your presentation. It's clear that building a brand in the initial, sorry, just a moment. Let me. Oh, just sorry. I think I missed. He said, building a brand is brick and mortar issue. How that is hard work. How do you leverage on that to make money whilst you are doing the foundational hard work, or no money will come?
Okay, I think I've addressed that in a presentation so that, when people don't know you, it's become difficult for them to hire you or refer gigs or business to you. So in the process, whilst you are doing some free consultation, free gigs, your name is sticking in their minds. And even when they need something, somebody needs something in their circle, your name comes, oh, contact Asomis, you contact Dr. Des or contact this. It becomes easier because nobody knows you. You just put ads there. Okay, and about, we all have that. But when one or two, okay, oh yeah, I know. Last time I met my this program. Oh, is a lecturer here or is doing this. So your seed time will always cost you. It's the process. We can't rush the growth process. So in those first few months, when you are doing it so well, there might not seem to be any returns per se, but you are building solid foundation for your future harvest.
Okay, and the last part of his question said, how do we position strategically to monetize our brand for the long term?
Okay,
I don't know
so I think
whether it answers it your earlier answer.
Yeah, I think that's what exactly the essence of the presentation. When you do all the steps that I've mentioned, you are getting to a level where you can monetize your services and everything that you do, getting more visibility, discovery, you're able to sell yourself and what you do.
Okay, so this is from RD or registered dietitian Renee Ochu. It's a great presentation. I will admonish us all to be proud of our profession and stop walking in the shadows of doctors. Seeing pictures of dietitians with stethoscopes around their necks makes me cringe. Okay, thank you for your advice.
I think this is good. I like that. See, like in my previous assessment, we don't really know much about you people. So it's about time you put your best foot forward. Let's hear about you. Make the noise. Present yourself boldly, confidently. Thank you that this is coming from one of you. Okay, we need to see you well, and then we can hire you. We can recommend you. Oh, and they exist. They are in Ghana. They are doing so well. They are not doctors. They are not nurses. They are, expert dietitian in ABC, and we need to do that. It's going to help the entire industry as well.
Okay. That's great. So this is from dietitian Nee. He says, can you touch on commercialization of our services on social media?
Okay, so it's give, ask. Give, ask. Okay, give, ask. If you share content, I do buy this, or if you need a service of whatever that you can call or inbox me. Can do one day, once a week, can do some few live video, whether IG, TikTok, or let them see your face, let them engage you, let them see how you've helped people, all your past testimony. So once you are sharing content, ask them, because people forget, ask them. If you need an expert, or I'll be glad if you refer or recommend. Let's not shy away of asking people to refer us or recommend. we are all in, we need the money as well. So as much as I'm giving free content, then we ask, okay, I have this product. Okay, anybody here or any who needs a service of this, send DM me now. Okay, or today I can have 5 minutes free consultation on the call. Just call me. From the call, discovery call, let them know, okay, you can offer this and that to them. So we should always ask and sell. Ask. People forget. So when we share the content, we ask. There's always be a call to action. Call me if you need this, or call this number, or send a WhatsApp message now to have a free meal plan. Then out of the plan, you let them know, okay, if you need extra detailed on how to get this done, also call me. It costs you maybe this amount of money. That way, we are also helping market our product and service and getting things monetized.
Yeah. Okay, so Bernard, sometimes there's a bit of a clash between being ethical, as in not soliciting as a professional, and also selling yourself or selling yourself. How do you think we can go around that? Because for us, the ethics of the profession as a professional nutritionist or professional dietitian, it is unethical to go out soliciting for people to come and come for you to take care of them. It normally goes through the referral system. So in your experience over the years, how can we still remain ethical and not also be seen like soliciting, even though we still want to tell people what we can do?
Yeah, so this is where copywriting comes in. This is what we need to pitch them, how we pitch them, how we present our requests will make it that it doesn't seem to be too, in their faces or asking for money. But like some of the offers, okay, anybody who has issues with planning for a diabetic mom or daddy, I'll be glad to offer some help. The help your money is attached to. Yeah. Okay, so when they inbox you, that's where you can tell them or engage them. Okay, oh, the meal plan is this, but go in detail to explain when to eat, and this will cost you extra with 1,500. So in engagement, first of all, we just need them to get their attention and to engage with us. When they do that, then we can, so that we don't go out posting, on the platform, which is maybe against our ethics, that, okay, call me now if you buy mine, or, but we let them know, okay, if you need help in this, okay, send me a message. We didn't tell you I'm selling anything, but certain people need, maybe after offering them very solid tip. Okay, you know that 75% sugar does this, and if your family has a history of diabetes, avoid this, and this. If you need more information about this, hear me today. One moment look at, but you're also giving a solution. So they certainly will inbox you. There is the inbox here or the call here that will talk about the money matters.
That's very, very important for us. I think. Thank you very much. So, Neil, once again, how do you handle this professionally? A case where a brand used your brand or your picture to sell products or services without your knowledge.
Oh, this is just unethical. You just need to inbox them. If they are digital, you can have access to them, email them, let them, if they need to make some compensation or pull it down, you need to do, because it's just unethical. They can use your image or your brand product to sell their things. Most of the news side does that, which is against the law. It's not done right. So you need to just approach them. Unless they are resisting, then you can go legal way, but there's nothing legal now, but let's find more ways to get them addressed properly.
Okay. All right. So, and the follow-up question, if you can't collaborate with a brand that is not aligned with your brand, can you produce a UGC? I don't know what that is. I don't know, maybe, Bernard, you understand UGC content and still get some cash and exposure. I don't know whether you know the UGC. But
I don't know what he is. Maybe if you can let us know what it is.
Please, can you give us further and better particulars? Okay, so yes, I sent the attendance form. I will send it again. I think some people are requesting that I send it again, so I'll do that.
Okay, all right. So I think
Okay. We will. I think we have in the next 3 minutes. We'll wrap up. And
okay. So
okay, there are more questions.
Okay, so
Hello?
it depends on how
Okay.
you could use the user generated content, especially
Hello?
maybe if it's, I think someone want to talk.
Hello.
Sorry, please, can I ask a question?
Okay, just a moment. Let him land on the one he's answering now. Then you
Okay.
come.
Okay.
All right.
So maybe you are doing an FAQ or some few things you post and people are commenting. You use that as a marketing material, but not as things you want to sell to people. If you get me right. So you might be asking some questions around, people have been commenting and sharing their experience. The knowledge is not yours, but you can repackage that and use that as a lead generation product. And afterwards, you can sell your product and service. But you don't use that, you don't sell that back to the audience, because it's not by you. Please, if you get me right. So if you get all there, maybe there are questions, you ask them a question, people are giving a lot of answers. First, you don't even know where they get an answer from, but you can repackage this as a material for them again. Then whilst your service that you're offering is also part of it. So you are giving them an offer as a lead generation. Then when they get it, they know that you sell this, you have this product, you have this services, but you don't use that content by them and sell it to them again. It's also not ethical.
Okay. Phil, please, you can ask your question.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. Please, if I'm a new person, a new dietitian, and I'm not practicing, and I wanted to start my private consult, on what grounds can I go about it, and what are some of the pictures and things that I can post to show that these are the things I can do, or how should I start or go about it? Thank you.
Okay, so aside your certification in your profession, the next thing that we talked about in this training is which area of expertise are you in the area of nutrition or diet? Pick that particular area. And before you start, find people and start solving their problems, their needs. You use that as a seed, then you know, okay, before and after, or how it helped them, how you help Asimisi family. You need to do that before we start going online, we start making a lot of noise. So you can give yourself like 3 months before you even start the practice. Let me know, okay, I'm about to get there. So the solutions you want to offer for people that they are going to be pay for this, start offering to certain people for free, for a token in the beginning, to build a good audience base, a good brand awareness. Then you can start promoting the service that you do. Then for online, I talked about content strategy. Which area of content that we want to produce, share in relation to our area of expertise. Which problems do I want to solve in the next 3-6 months online? Which needs do I want to meet in the next 3-6 months? And we tailor our content in that area, in that format. Once people begin to see, oh, you're offering them solutions, then you let them know, okay, for need for this, you can come to our facility at, or first again, so you can start with even the opening of the facility. In the month of June, pre-consultation up to the first 5 minutes, and people will start coming because everybody wants free. When they come, see the consultation by the time they go is just only 5 minutes. When they start with that, so when it goes beyond that, the next person 20. If you want to come, you can book an appointment for the next week, but it's going to cost you, instead of regular maybe 100 for person, you can bring 50 for next week. You get a number of people, booking for the services because we're already giving them content, giving them something they love to have. Please, are we good to go?
Yes, I think to add to that, we have a senior dietitian here who is giving a contribution. So he says, being consistent with providing solutions to problems is very important in building a brand. So this may not bring in cash at the beginning, but believe me, a time will come when you will cash out. So, Pearl, this is from RD Lecture. I know when he started, he was working and giving talks for free. Now they carry him on aircraft to go and give talks. So this is from the horse's own mouth, right? Okay. So like our resource person said, this one is an additional information on that. Okay. Please, I need, okay, so this will be the last but one question. After that, I'll ask my question. Then we can let our resource person rest. Okay, so please, I need an insight on online boosting of pages. Online boosting of pages and advertisements.
Okay, so I think this is a whole practical session on its own, because we need to know the kind of things you want to promote, and I mean the platform. If it's Facebook or IG, you need to have a Meta, ad account and all that. So I think let me reserve that, but it's more practical based to understand what goes into that and what to do.
Yeah, so I think this one links into my question. When does one need the services of a brand coach like you? When? With all that you have told us, we try to put ourselves together, do that. When in the life of a professional, do we come to the place or a point of saying that now I need a professional brand person to help me out from this point going?
Okay, so it depends. Sometimes just from the beginning, so you don't do a lot of try and error. So it just guide you. That's the work of a coach, just to guide you. Sometimes you just need a little advice or direction. Sometimes before you are really you reach your wits and you are stuck. Okay, where do I go from here? I think I know to this level. Then you engage the service of a professional to redirect you or guide you up front. So in the beginning, in the end, or when you are stuck at any level, you might just need an extra coaching or guidance to just help get things done.
Okay, can the dietitian and nutritionist afford the brand coach?
The same question we were asking from the beginning: can people afford nutritionists and dietitians? Well, actually, it's going to be worth. The service in the long term. It's important we invest in things that was going to help us, but it's affordable. And it's going to help us. Yeah. So if you need my service rightly, you can let me know. I'll be glad to help you.
Sure. Thank you so much. The one who gave the last word, hey, Dr. Frank Hayford, it's a great presentation, very insightful. Thank you. And RD Lecture, please, can you give the vote of thanks on our behalf?
All right, Prince, thank you. On behalf of Gant and all of us present, and then those who even end up listening to the recording of this presentation, I want to say a big thank you to our experts on branding for time well spent with us. We are grateful. God richly bless you, and we pray that we are able to utilize the information gathered. It was very insightful, and I know many big brands are going to come out of this meeting.
Amen.
So thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much, RD Lecture. Thank you for doing the vote of thanks for us. And Bernard, we are so grateful. You actually broke the thing down to our level, and it's consistent with your bio. So you have won a point there from us. We will recommend you as and when necessary, and when we need you to come, we'll come to you for guidance and coaching. Thank you so much. I can see Abigail also up here. Abigail, if you can hear me, can you please give us the closing prayer? Abigail, can you hear me? RD Koryodabra. Alice, please, can you give us a closing prayer? RD Alice. Okay. Or can anybody volunteer to give us a closing prayer so we can wrap up?
Almighty God, we thank you for making it possible for the meeting to come on successfully. We commit whatever we have learned into thy hands. May your gracious hand lead us, see us through, make it possible for us to expand. Pray that through us, many will be saved, good health will be restored. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much for joining. Please, I'll put the attendance form there. I'll wait for 5 more minutes before I'll close the meeting. So those of you who haven't filled it yet, please do well to fill it. Thank you very much, Mr. Kelvin Clive. It's been a great session. Thank you so much. We'll come to you again. Come to you again. Yeah.